everybody. Happy Monday. Okay, we're going to just go back into that conversation that we were just having. I just want to have a start fresh time. We were talking about just like re-ranking and how we want to get there. And something I was reminded of recently is that business training album that we have. There are some great YouTube videos on there, like from awesome people like Tiffany Weaver, Gold to Diamond in 3 months. She did that. Like, just because we watched that once or we watched it forever ago, like we need to watch that again. There are some amazing stories out there. And like Brooke Hemingway used to do a lot of trainings on her YouTube page. Now she does other things. But right, like we can go back to those videos and rewatch them. So I'm trying to add some more to that album as well, business training. And it's just like a screenshot and a title of what the training's about, and then it'll link you to YouTube. But I just think, sometimes we get so caught up in where we are in 2023 and all the happenings around us. It is still the same basic stuff. And I mean, the ability to go diamond in 3 months, that's a real possibility. Like, I know that it seems crazy, but with momentum and a bunch of people rowing together, it can happen. So I don't know. I just thought that was, something worth watching again. The Gold Mastermind series is worth watching again. There's just some really great stuff out there from yeah, it's been a long time since they recorded it, but it's still appropriate. So I want to encourage you to look there because we can all do it, right? What's kind of like the vibe right now? It is Magic Week. It is the last week of the month, and I can't stress enough the double credits thing. Like, I think we all know, like, this is a huge deal. This, last round, we had double credits in the beginning, and then we had nothing. We had a little triple credit. Was it for rank ups or enrollments? Whatever it was.
Rank ups.
Rank ups. Yeah, really, really quick. And like that, this is it. This is it. This double credit thing is humongous. It's really going to propel you forward. So I hope that you have set aside time to really work hard with this. Lisa Rowe, she just kind of like caught a vision and is back full force, and she's talking about Punta Cana with everyone. Now, some people in the conversations are not even responding. It's like, well, why did you say you're interested and then you don't respond? But others, we're going straight to, when can you hop on a Zoom? When can you hop on a phone call? And I've got one scheduled with her later today. So she's going full force with that Punta Cana thing, which is incredible. Yeah. And then we got the email to send out to everybody. Hopefully that is helpful. I have to still send it out to other people. I tested it on 99 of my level ones. I kind of just went through, I picked and choose who has ordered products like more than once. And it was 35% open the email and 4% clicked on the learn more information, and I can see who clicked learn more. So that's very interesting. So once I, send it out to your people, I don't if you have a dispute about me sending it to your people, message me, because otherwise I'm just
send away.
Okay.
Please. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
And so, and I saw
thank you.
What? I saw at the bottom, it says like it's from Aspire Co. You can see they can unsubscribe. And I was thinking under Aspire Co there, I might put like my picture or like a picture of like some of us, because it just is a little confusing who it's from if they don't know. I mean, yes, I said Plexus in it, but they might not know the name Aspire Co. And so maybe if we had just like a couple friendly faces or something in the email, it would be a little more like, oh, okay, this makes sense, or I recognize her, or something like that. So that's kind of a little update that I saw that I want to change. But I did learn how to create an email campaign and how to make a landing page. Like, the when it says learn more, it brings you to a website. Like, that's where I put all like the video and all this information about Punta Cana. So technically I can make a landing page without having to like pay for like a domain and a website. You know what I mean?
I just found something really. Did you guys know that Canva has like free site? I found it through Lisa's friend, somebody. Like her page looks so professional. And I was like, oh, that link looks like kind of different from what I've seen. And I clicked on it and it was like this beautiful like Canva page and it had like different links she could like send people to. And I'm like, I go, oh, how much do you have to pay for that? So I looked, free. I'm sure
That's
there's
what I used
upgrades.
for that site in the customer care on how to get your products paid for.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't I didn't make the connection like that's some because I want to redo my Facebook to have it be look like that, like look like Vicky's. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Mine is just like my personal page, but it looks like more professional. You can still have your
like a business
followers
page or a regular Facebook
well,
page?
I don't know. I don't know the difference. I was gonna ask Vicky about that at some point.
Vicky, what do you have?
Like I don't
on
know.
Facebook?
Well, like your face, it looks more like
Instagram?
you don't add you as a friend, you like follow you.
Follow. Yeah, it's a you can switch it in your settings. It's kind of like Instagram.
So
I
is it a bit?
forget
Is
what
it
it's
technically
called.
business or?
So yeah.
Okay, because I have my Brave season Facebook.
Well, people can still friend request me. So they can
Right.
follow or friend request. You
Okay.
have both options.
Oh, and there's
It
a
just-
button, right, where you can click grid or something.
I forget where I changed it.
Okay.
It's
well,
okay. I'll
mess
look
with
at that on my own, but I just was like
yeah, it's
trying to
somewhere in
kind
the
of
settings.
like up my game a little bit for like say people that I'm like reaching out to on Facebook and then they come and there's like, oh, this is like random person. But this way it looks more like a little more put together and like gives them like a direction to go. And if they're like looking for something specific, so I don't know. That was just something I kind of came across. I meant to send it to Share Pink or somewhere, but then my brain.
I'm not sure, Wendy, if it's part of the free content that is available, but you can do brand content in there that can, whatever it is you decide that you want to do, that it will set it all up for you. I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about though.
Yeah, I just have to investigate a little bit, but I knew that it was just like a setting change kind of thing. And it just, I don't know, it just makes it look slightly more professional. Like if you go to Vicky's versus mine, like you'll see the difference. So
Okay.
anyway, side note.
Yeah, no, I mean, goals, right? For like, oh, someone's interested in the business. Here's a link. Go find more. We've got videos, we've got messages for you. Like we need, yeah. The layout of our Facebook like Aspire Co-Business is just not that easy. You like nothing is sorted in order. So that's definitely a goal to work on something like that. And we will.
But it's awesome and the content is there. And remember, perfection can like turn people away sometimes if it's a little more real and they have to reach out to a person to find what they're looking for. There's a connection. I mean, so I don't think it's as like, I know you would like it to be like better, but I think it's good.
I think, yeah, more important than it being pretty or perfect is simple steps without too many words. That's what I think. When I see something new, I see a paragraph, I'm like, I just get glazed over. Like, I'm too busy for this, So, all right, well, that's something to work on for the future. So I don't really know much to talk about today. I'm just feeling like we just got to get to work. Does anybody feel like they're running across any issues or comments with Punta Cana or something that's working?
I'm just praying because like August, I felt like I had so many people like almost ready and I thought they were like sure things and then they fell through and they're still falling through for this month. But I'm like just hoping that like kind of the new round of people that I have like ready, that they're like actually ready. And I feel like I took kind of just, I mean, obviously you always take what you did before and do it better. And so I've been trying to do that like in my conversations and I feel like they're flowing better. Like I've been using, kind of the guideline of like what Joanna sent, but I've definitely been making it like my own or taking the information for when it flows in the conversation that I'm having and remembering not to like throw a bunch out there before the conversation gets to the point of that. Like, I feel like that was my problem. It wasn't so much that I was like word vomiting Plexus. It was just, I wanted to get all the information out there kind of quickly, but I didn't love just the yes and no answers. So I've been using it, but allowing the conversation to flow better to that point and then plugging in the appropriate information. I just feel like that's flowing better with the people that I have going right now. So I'm hoping that's kind of my, like, my method to get people to like, you know, actually go for it. But
That's what
for
I'm
sure.
finding as well. I'm finding from her message, like, to be able to have those, just those links to those videos, or sharing my own before and after, or the picture of the nasty gut. Like,
Mhm.
those things are very impactful, and I just never thought to educate and but also the way that it's spread out. It's like you were saying, not like word vomit in 7 million paragraphs.
Yeah.
I've sent out the first message probably 10 times, I think. And I think I've only gotten like one response. So I'm feeling a little like maybe that first initial message is just way too wordy. I don't know what's going on exactly. You guys feel that
Yeah.
way? Like, and it's also like I'm kind of unsure how to follow up, because it's like, which one works for you? It's a very simple question to answer. And so it's just like really awkward to follow up
Yeah.
with that.
I feel like the questions are odd. Like when I tried it kind of verbatim almost, it seemed like it was working with the person that I was doing it with. And then it just wasn't. Like it, you know what I mean? Like it got to a certain point. And so that's where I just backed it up for myself and figured out like get more information. I think it's just more about getting more information from them because that's what we were always taught. So these weird like yes, no things. Yeah, you're still getting information from them because they're giving you feedback on what you've just presented, but it's not super personalized to them. And that's like kind of what we're trying to do. So yeah, I think it's got to be like a combination of the getting to know the person's needs, having that conversation, building that trust, but then plugging in that good information as needed from that. So I don't know.
Just having an easily accessible library of certain things to send.
Right.
Yeah.
Like videos,
but then the
pictures.
rest is just connecting and talking with that person. Like,
yeah.
I think Vicky, you said recently, like you were having this really like heart to heart conversation with someone. And if you would have sent like that copy and paste message after what she said, it would have been really like, yeah,
Oh, it would have been awful. I mean, she shared how she's been in recovery and her body's been through so much because she was like an addict. You can't just send a copy paste. I was like, I had to sympathize and, be a human.
Right. So we can just sympathize or empathize and then just know like, okay, we got this back burner, this library of stuff to.
Yeah, I'm just kind of taking bits and pieces. But what's interesting too, though, I'll share is that I had a person that posted last week and she put me in like 4 or 5 chats. They're not, and I started, some I did those messages and some I didn't, but like nobody's responding, like nothing. So I don't know if it's too robotic. Like, I don't know how that works for her all the time. But again, I didn't use it for every single one.
Right. Like I get the point that you're showing that you're giving yourself like it's showing you're professional, right? Like I am here in the company. This is what the company is flat out, right? I like that because it shows that you know what you're talking about. You can trust me. But then right away it comes like, I don't know. It's about targeting root issue. It's like
it switches quick.
To me, it sounds like it's just about a sale. Here's buy it.
Right. Which some people don't want to talk to anybody or open up to anybody. They do just want to purchase it. Just tell me what it is and give me the link. I don't want to like get heart to heart with you.
It probably works for her more because of, again, like her, just how her whole thing is set up. Here's my whole family. We're all making money. We're doing this. We use it for all the kids. I use it in my pregnancy. I'm 42. And these people are just, wow, like this woman is just incredible. And so when they're liking her stuff, they're already like, I need what she has. Like they're already like most of the way there. So maybe that's why that works for them because she can just spew it out because they already like are so amazed. I don't know. Like that's kind of the feeling that I get because I don't know.
But also I noticed she's in the Minnesota moms group with me and she always, when someone comments, oh, I'm tired, her comment's always there before me. I'm like, oh, she beat me. So she is reaching out to strangers too, and,
but then once they go to her page and look around for 2 seconds, it's very clear that she's an amazing 42-year-old mom with 7 kids and this works for me and it's going to work for you. And like, I don't know. It's just this weird instant, like Like I feel like if you look at my page, I have my dog, my kids, I'm doing the personal posts and trying, but then it doesn't connect necessarily to Plexus unless I say like I can keep up on walks with my dog because of Plexus with the post of him. Or like always like connecting the dots. Like I feel like they're not, I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what? Maybe the lesson in all of this is we have to be ourselves. She wrote that, we
Oh, for
didn't.
sure.
And it, she is a tough personality. She is a say it how it is kind of person. So that's what she's doing in that message. So, it just shows like none of this is copy and paste. You have to be yourself.
You have to personalize it. And yeah, I mean, and so you want your page to reflect you the best way that you can. And if yeah, so I mean, but I feel like that's maybe a little bit of that connection. She almost feels like this larger than life person, but yet she's relatable. But you go to her page and like if you go scroll 2 posts back, you know that like Plexus is her life. It's changed her life. It makes her be this awesome mom. It's like what you just kind of get from her page almost constantly. You know what I mean? So if you're a new person going there, I don't know. But it's also kind of exhausting and it's kind of a lot too in the same respect. So I don't know. She's just hitting the right people that like want what she's got and they're gonna try it. I don't know. Yeah. That was entirely not helpful, probably.
No, you know what? I just have found you just got to keep going back into the conversations you have, but it's got to be in a way that's like excitement, take this risk, take this jump, but also give them space like that it doesn't need to happen. Like it's this weird dance like I don't know how to explain it. I feel like with all of my people, I feel like it's only a matter of when. And that's how I treat the conversation. Like every time I come in, it's like I'm just acknowledging the fact that I know that they're scared. I know they don't feel ready. I know they might feel like they don't have enough money. I know all of those things. And it's like, is now the time you're going to jump? Is now the time you're going to jump? Not talk later. Like that's the vibe that I just treat these relationships with because I do believe that it's just a matter of time. But that kind of thing does not work when it's like magic week. People to
but I feel like that, you know what like that's where I'm at right now is like, man, all those people in August, like I feel like I just got these like we went somewhere with the conversation, people were excited, and then there was an excuse, and and I tried to respond to that and whatever, but then tried to give some time, and now I tried to re-up that conversation this month, and just
I do think that sometimes you just need to go in with a sale. I mean, I know that these products they're valuable, and people should pay full price for them because they're so great, and you shouldn't rely on a sale, but that is a way to get people to act fast. I don't know. So maybe we should just do something like that at the end of the month here.
I went into my girls chat this morning on September 1st. Literally, she messaged me, I'm ready to order. She hasn't ordered yet. And I finally just said, girl, did you change your mind? That's all I said. And I made a little laughy face. And sometimes it's just like, okay, I can't force you to order. I mean, she'll order at some point on her own time, but
yeah,
that's a really good way to
there is something to be said about even in Magic Week. Like I know, it's like this is huge. We have 6 days and it's double credits and all the things. But last month I had said, just go continue loving on the people. I think that was Lisa I was talking to, and it's like I've signed up 6 people this month. They were people that I was, and I don't say that to be like, oh, 6 people, but I didn't like, yeah. Well, 1 is a burner, so 5. But my point is though I didn't go into all these conversations at the end of August, desperate with money, throwing money around and giving rebates and all the things. I kept it chill. Yes, I was still talking to them and whatever, but if they weren't ready to order, I wasn't going to like start just, that's the old way of doing things. And I've worked really hard to get my mind out of that.
There are some people that just want a sale. Reach out to me when you have a sale. That's all I want to hear about. There are
right. And you have to be able to differentiate who you're talking to, where that conversation is, who that person is, and not make yourself look gross. And, they didn't sign up in August, which, okay, great. That would have been great because Punta Cana, I would have gotten credit, you know, whatever. But it's not just about me. And so I always have to remind myself it's about the bigger picture. It's about so much more. And so if I just keep loving on these people, eventually they're going to order, and yeah, they spill into the next month. So it's just,
and
that
that's why I think you
constant,
just need more conversations.
right. It's just
Because then you'll
constantly
have,
rolling into more and more and more.
yeah.
I usually, like at this point, if there's somebody I'm talking to and I've been talking to them for a while, I've already offered them a sale.
Right.
Because, you know, if they look like they're ready, but they're just procrastinating, I almost always offer them like an extra $10 so they have $20 off with the give
Mhm.
10. And if they don't go for it then it's not, you know,
It's not
I
about
don't
the
know what
money.
yeah. So I'm just gonna, like Vicky said, just keep going in there, checking in occasionally, commenting on their posts, being friendly
Yep.
with, making jokes with them. Like this girl, I know that we can make a joke. So I can just be like, girl, what the heck? Where are you?
That's so right, because some people do just need somebody to push them off the edge. Like, come on, let's go. But I mean, if you only had like 10 prospects and you just continually went into those 10 conversations over and over, yeah, they will maybe all eventually join at some point. But I mean, you're just not going to get anywhere in the meantime. You know, I agree. I feel like, you know, you can't force someone. You don't want to be salesy, whatever. But that's when having more conversations just ups your odds. And so
A conversation I had over the weekend with somebody that I worked with when I was serving at Texas Roadhouse in high school. That's how long I've known her. She posted on Facebook and I can't find it, so I guess she deleted it, but she was saying how her status literally said, I need gut health. My anxiety is so bad. So I commented and I was like, girl, if you are open-minded, send me a message. I might have something that works for you. So she messaged me and all it said was info. And I was like, okay. So I was like, well, here, hop in the page, got her in Aspire Health and Happiness. And I tagged her in some stuff and she was like, oh my gosh, that was such great info. I'm super, super interested. I'm going to talk to my husband. And I was like, okay, cool. We all know where it goes though, when they say they're going to talk to their husband.
mm-hmm.
So she said no. And she was like, but in November, I would like to look into it again. She's got a lot of kids. They got a lot of kids and a lot of birthdays in October, like between now and October. So I guess that's why. But I'm like, girl, I could offer her money off, but she's also the type of person that I know goes out and spends money.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I also don't want to offer her money off
No,
because
you
I know
wanna
she
be ready.
spends the money anyway. So I was like,
Well,
okay, that's great. I'll be here when you're ready.
And
I ain't
sometimes
offering
when it's
you a
like your
discount.
first conversation like that, if you just at the gate start throwing, like offering them money, you
Yeah,
know,
they're like, wait a minute.
yeah, like, man, she's desperate to get my order.
Right.
You know, if you don't care and you're like, okay, then they're like, oh,
Mhm.
she's gonna try to convince me. It's that reverse psychology. It's just like with kids. Don't you take a bite of your dinner?
Mhm.
And they take a bite.
Works every time.
Don't you eat that chicken nugget? You know, so yeah, it's that reverse for sure. And Taylor, you just keep, you know, you'll keep talking to her and liking her stuff and whatever, and she'll keep seeing your posts. Cause now maybe she'll see if you're posting about gut health and she'll be like, dang.
Well, sorry, I'm like super gross today. I had mentioned to her the referral program and she was like, oh, really? So like in terms, Plexus would pay for my products. And I'm like, yes, girl, like come on. And she's like, okay, I'll think about it. And I was
Well,
like,
now you need to go do a post that
in.
is geared straight toward gut health.
I know, just for her to see.
That's what I do. Yup. And be like,
I do
oh, dang,
too.
I was talking to this person and she can't poop or she got migraines. I'm gonna go find me a testimony. And
You don't even have to be talking to them. You just see on Facebook, oh, I'm tired. Or, oh, I got to lose this weight. I'm like, let me find a weight loss testimony real quick and post it and maybe they'll see it.
I do. Yeah.
I laughed because a girlfriend of mine that I had talked to, she had posted something about her daughter having some issues, and I had reached out to her about, she's like an older teenager, like almost college age daughter. And I had reached out to her about stuff. She's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Like just didn't think that was going to be for her daughter, was going to go the doctor route and do whatever. And I was like, couldn't really convince her. But then she just posted recently, oh, water's supposed to do all these things for me, but all it does is make me pee. And so I wrote to her and I said, hey, what about making your water taste really good and like actually do really good things for your body? Because you're gonna have to pee anyway. And I don't know, I just threw it out there and I was like, we'll see, maybe for her, maybe not for your daughter, maybe for you. I don't know. Trying.
I mean, we just gotta keep trying. You gotta try. It's this
everything.
weird dance. It's this weird tug and pull. It's trying new things. It's just continuing to post and message and get in there. So
She didn't write back. She saw my message.
of course.
It's all good. It's all good. I'll get her one day. She
Yeah.
needs
Well,
it.
well,
She
they're
needs it. And
reading.
yeah.
They are
I'm sorry to
reading.
say that, but just like I know that she could benefit so hardcore from gut health. So I'm gonna stay on her.
Mhm. And doesn't that make you feel good when you are just so confident? You're like, I know she needs this. I know the products are well. It's like it's a real comfort. Like it helps you. That's the belief in the products. It helps you put yourself out there when you know what you're saying is true. And
I feel like
Yep.
it makes the no's easier
Mm-hmm.
because you're like, well, my faith is strong. So you can
Yep.
say no all you want, but it ain't gonna knock me down.
Exactly.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it sounds like all of our belief is pretty high. It's just we need some wins, and all we can do
Like
is
today. Today
Yeah.
would be great. Like I want a
Great.
VIP by the end of the night and I'm gonna put it in sheer pink. Like it's happening. Like
bam,
Bam!
bam.
I've been such a Debbie Downer and I like you guys have been all like so encouraging and helpful and I just am thankful because I'm not letting myself stay in the funk as long anymore. And I'm like, I'm learning
huge.
that. I'm learning that.
That's huge. It's still going to happen, but it's
Oh, yeah.
it's getting yourself out of it and knowing that it's temporary and it doesn't mean anything. It's normal. I mean, right, like we talked a little bit about posting more often and I've posted more testimonies and more pink drink stuff than I have in a long time and I've gotten, solid amount of comments. But they haven't gone anywhere. And so I have two choices. My one choice is, oh, got all this, now I have nothing. Or post again, keep trying again, and follow up with them again. It's just accept this is our job. This is what we do. We are the ones to initiate conversations. We are the ones to keep posting and keep trying again. And yeah, it's just the way that it is. Thankfully, we're rewarded very greatly for these things. So, all right. Anything else we should talk about? I think we just got to get to work. Oh, tomorrow night is our team training Zoom, and that will be with me about end of the month tactics. So that'll be fun. And for anybody listening as well, the leadership team had a talk, and we decided to do our Tuesday night Zooms at night because there were so many people that said that they worked during the day that they couldn't make Monday's Zoom in the middle of the day. And so that's why we decided to switch and do evenings so more people could show up. But we found that people still weren't showing up for the Tuesday night. And so we were like, should we even continue to do this? Because it's hard, especially if you have kids. It's bedtime and, it's busy at night. It's a different kind of vibe than in the day. But we decided that we want to stick it through. So I encourage you, if you have not been going to those evening Zooms at night, hop on. If you have your job during the day, we would love to make this work, that you're able to show up at the Zooms. We've got some great trainings that we planned for October. We've got all of October planned. We're really excited about it. Our walking challenge went really, really great. People are loving it. So it's going to continue on, and we're going to add a little twist in Rocktober. Have the holiday line coming out October 2nd. Yeah, man. We have the October line. Holiday line coming out. We have a compensation plan update coming up October 2nd. There's a lot of fun stuff going on. So anyway, we are going to continue with this schedule through October. Mondays, team meetings during the day. Tuesdays, team trainings with a PowerPoint from different team members on different subjects. Tuesday evening, we're going to continue with that. So be on the lookout for our October calendar. And I encourage everybody to go all in for Magic Week and get in those conversations. All right. See y'all in the chat. Bye.
Rock on, ladies. Oh, wait. Rock on.
Rock on.